I guess I'm number one in this new series of videos. As you can tell, it's been a wild day for me. Stream was kind of crazy. These are my wonderful stream supporters for the day. We're gonna start looking at these personality tests. So what I did was a long time ago when we first started the channel, we did a little like everyone did their personality test, and I did the Myers-Briggs test and I got INFJ. So I'm curious to see, basically almost a decade later, how that might change. So we'll see what, you know, adult Sydney is like, I guess. I went out in public like this. I need you guys to know also. I went out, did something, came back around. Okay, so it's the Michael Kelaw's, I don't know, cognitive functions test. It's crazy. Amazing world called Sonder. Realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. Oh, that's cool. Am I gonna cry? Oh no, am I gonna learn things about myself and make myself cry? So you got I or E, S or N, T or F, P or J. And that's what energizes you, how you take information, how you make decisions, and attitude towards the external world. Which one sounds most like you? Oh God, oh, I get a line, okay. You love completing projects. It's better to be done than to find the 100% best solution. In a crisis, you're the commander, pushing the team to finish. Or you love starting new projects. You're like an architect building up your solution by exploring all possibilities to find the best approach. Okay. Oh, see, I can be very in between. I feel like I'm a little bit more decision-y than start it and go away because I hate unopened things. It's why I don't like 100 tabs open. So I'm gonna say somewhat, but not always, because sometimes I'll leave the last 10% for later because I'm scared. So I'm gonna say a little bit this side. Oh my gosh, Callie, I've gotta do this test. Okay. You're good at scheduling, quantifying, and have contingency plans. Ooh, no. You file ideas away in your mind to be developed later, and you like to figure out how things work. See, I can be both, depending on what people need me to be. I don't always have a contingency plan. Sometimes I fly by the seat of my pants, but I make a decision quickly to do that. I'm gonna say neutral on this one, because I like doing both things. I have a very OCD tendencies, but I also have a very whim tendency part of me. Yeah. You like identifying how things are different and logically classifying them. Excited by the idea of tasting coffees or wines, identifying which attributes. You want to be in control. You don't like people trying to influence you or manage you too much, especially if you think they might interfere with your goal. Ooh. I would say I'm more this. I like a little control. I'm okay letting go a little bit, but I also, I don't like the hovering, which makes sense. I don't want to quantify the wine. I want to enjoy it. So I would say this. We're going to start still discussing different approaches. This is, I will pick something and run with it. But I don't think I'm 100% this. Sometimes I am. But I'm willing to listen. So I'm gonna say mostly that side. You're passionate about knowledge for its own sake. Accuracy is important. It doesn't matter where an idea came from if it's the best one. Okay, best ideas are efficient and immediately useful. Oh, good God, no. Information should be objective, orderly, and rational. Ooh. Quick to identify which ideas are most likely to actually make a significant difference and push the project towards completion. I can be right in the middle of these. I don't always know which one, but I know what will get me to the next step. I'm gonna say maybe a little bit more this one. It doesn't always have to be best, because not always the best ideas are perfect. But I am a little bit more orderly and rational about my choice in order for it to move, because I get very upset when things aren't moving. So I'm gonna say this one. You're excited by following all the steps on the winding path leading to the conclusion. Absolutely not, I'm a side quester. We know this. Meaning is more important than pure facts, and you want to understand what's going on behind the scenes. You just want something that works efficiently. You're more concerned with the final result than understanding all the steps through the processes that led to it. Facts are fine, no need to draw broader conclusions. I'm gonna say I'm more this. I'm not an all steps person. I don't like reading directions if I can get through them. When I did math equations and they said show all your work, hated it. I'm like, I already know how to get to the answer in 3. Why do I have to show you 7? So I'm gonna say all that way because I feel like I'm much more this way. Values are objective and shared. You look to social norms and expectations like etiquette for morality. Okay. You filter a situation through your own internal values to see how it makes you feel. You have a very personal or gut-based system of ethics that can be hard to explain to others. I feel like I can understand some of these, but I tend to go by what I feel is right and learning if I'm wrong. So I'm going to say more gut-based, how I feel, and not always what the world tells me it should be. Because sometimes the world's wrong. Yeah, okay. You often feel responsible for other people's feelings. We're just getting fully on this side, but we'll read all the rest. And adjust your behavior to make them feel comfortable. Typically not out of obligation, but a genuine desire to help them feel good. Authenticity and sincerity are important to you, and you distrust when others seem fake or insecure. Nah, I'll sugarcoat the crap out of something if it helps you. No, I won't. I had this situation this week. See, the thing is, if this is about more sugarcoating, sometimes I go the opposite. I'm gonna say neutral on this because I want you to feel comfortable, but if I also deeply disagree, I will make sure you don't get lies. I feel like this white lie stuff is kind of something that you could do. But I'll make it less bad. I'm gonna say neutral because now that I look at it and I really think of how I am in situations, I feel like I'm both. Because sometimes I'm very that and sometimes I'm very that. Yeah. You try to maintain group harmony by negotiating conflict views and finding commonalities. You generally don't need or want external emotional support for your feelings, and outward displays of emotion or vulnerability from a group can make you uncomfortable. Oh! Woo! Like, I'm more of the, I don't want to, it's fine. You don't need to know how I feel about it. I'll do whatever you make if you feel better. It's fine. Yeah, sitting in a circle and getting validation. Is it good for a lot of people? Yeah. Do I sometimes probably need it? Yeah. But do I absolutely hate it? Yeah. But I do this in our group. Am I just neutral everything? Oh no. Because if people aren't getting along, I'm very much like, I will step back and try to see all of it. Uh-oh. I'm gonna say more this way this time. Because I do this. But more often, I just keep myself away from it. No. You interpret situations more by how you feel about them than by the objective facts that are visible to everyone else. Oh, advice from other people doesn't feel useful to you. Wow, why does this feel like a personal attack? You pay attention to the moral implications of actions, more concerned about how things should be than how they are. No, I'm gonna say a lot more of this. I don't always think about all the implications. I more think about the emotional part of everybody. I would say that. You're in tune with how things make you feel, and you're focused on self-expression and sharing your emotions through experiences or art. Something like art. You're in tune with other people's emotions, and you actively trying to fulfill their needs. Feel some of their energy rub off on you in a way that makes you feel attached to what they're experiencing. Wow. I don't think I create from things. I'm there, but I feel like maybe it's there. Yeah, I don't think I self-express or share that through art things. I feel like I'm more about what everybody else is feeling. I'm gonna say extreme this. I don't want to share. I want to be there for what you are projecting. Yeah. You vividly compare and contrast your current situation with what you've experienced in the past or with what you consider to be normal. What's changed since last time? Oh, I do this. You pay attention to what's going on around you in the physical world right now. Ooh. I think I get caught in this, but I'm very much more this. Because I get stuck on the, like, this is how it was last time I was here. Oh my God, last time I was here, I did blah, blah, blah. I know I say that out loud. But I also will just get lost. I think it's depending on if I'm with people. If I'm alone, I'm that. But if I'm with people, I want to talk and express where I've been. You objectively see what's there in the world around you, without applying judgment, personal bias, or seeing hidden meanings. You often see multiple sides of an issue. You subjectively filter new information through your previous knowledge and experiences. Historical context is important. Not only your own personal past, but also traditions, procedures, and laws. I can be both. Oh, yeah. No, this is middle ground. It depends if I am trying to, I think, be there for me or someone else. Because if it's me, I'm a little more cautious. A lot. But if it's someone else, I'll take in a bunch of stuff and be like, we can do this. You like to remember and preserve the past. Who but do I? You're observant, you follow concrete things happening around you, sights, smells, styles, trends. No, I'm an old bird. Yeah. I do like new foods. And you're the type of person who loves wearing a favorite sweater. But I'm too whim for that. I'm not gonna say 100% because I like the new thing. I want to be cool, but I'm also a very old soul that likes what she likes. So I tend to go back to it, but I'm not stuck in it. We're gonna say someone. You love the physical world. Whether it's admiring beauty or experiencing new sensations, you might be a thrill seeker. Okay, fashion guru or first responder. Okay, I am kind of an adrenaline junkie. You're very in tune with your internal bodily sensations like pain, hunger, and thirst. No. I'm very bad at that. I'm the last person to be like, hey guys, we haven't eaten in a while. Last person. I'll never remember. You take in new information and carefully compare it to your own past behavior and experience while minding your routines. There's a precision to your life and you notice inconsistencies and details. Rules and precedents exist for a reason. That's my OCD talking. You tend to live in the moment. You might be impulsive sometimes. You might need a push from the outside world to take action on something you've been meaning to do and been putting off. You'd rather focus on immediate needs rather than rules or obligations. Good at adapting and thinking on your feet. I think I'm both in this case. Because your girl can come up with something very last minute and just roll with it. But also can be very, I need to do this the exact way and it needs to go in this decision. Or I can't, because I'll get stuck. I'm gonna say neutral. You're indecisive. You mean this whole time? No, I'm a little bit. I can't decide. You love brainstorming and you juggle a lot of thoughts in your mind at once. Yes. You focus on a few good things and exclude others to avoid distraction. No. You focus on your goals or dreams and look inward for ideas to make that future happen, okay? You take in new facts from the outside world and connect the dots in imaginative or innovative ways to create new ideas and learning opportunities. Both of these are interested in the future, but for you, the future is a lot more unpredictable. Your interests are always changing and you love learning new things. I feel like I'm more there. Both of these are interested in the future and enjoy learning, but you tend to revisit some the same ideas over and over, sharpening them and considering them from different perspectives. No, I think I'm much more over here. How long you'll keep your current hobby before anything appeals to you more. I feel like this. I tend to like to find new things. I'm too explory. Yeah. It feels more like your brain is doing the processing unconsciously, and you tend to suddenly reach aha moments that make you want to take action. It often feels like your best ideas come to you after they've been rolling around in your head for a while, and then you have a sudden epiphany. Your world is an explosion of ideas. Consciously deconstructing things into their component parts, seeing symbolism and drawing connections that others miss. Coming up with your best ideas tends to be a very active process for you, less than sitting on it for a while and more about making it happen by talking things out. Oh yeah, yep. Post-its are my best friends. I'm a tactile human. I need to see it. If it rolls around in there too long, it's just dead. Until I look at it again. Yeah. You dive deeper into fewer subjects and combine pieces of information to build towards a single cohesive idea. You have a variety of hobbies. If you've seen my house, you know this is the one. You like bouncing from subject to subject. You focus on exploring possibilities. I do tend to jump how they might play out, and then finally revealing your well-sculpted. I'm gonna say this because every once in a while, I'm a little of this. Because I really tend to try to find which one I really want to do if it's a big idea. Small ideas though, I wanna touch it all. I want to touch it all. That's a side quest brain for sure. You like making a choice so you can get to work. This is the one anger thing I have at work all the time. You see situations from many perspectives and pay attention to how your internal world is impacted. Jump to conclusions too quickly. Okay, I kind of do that. You're open-minded and bored by routine. You hate situations that lack exciting mental inspiration. Even if you're an extrovert, you're energized not so much by just being around people, but by learning. Whether that's finding out who they truly are, understanding a different point of view. No, I'm probably much more this. I like to know that something's making progress. I want it to do the things, but I also tend to run too fast. Yeah, I'm not bored by routine. Sometimes I need that. Ooh, okay. For each of the following 4 questions, please choose one answer. How do you direct your energy outward into the world? Toward other people and unity? It's less about making sure everything cooperates effectively and more that you genuinely feel deep empathy for people and feel unsettled if you know someone feels excluded or unheard. Or toward results and accomplishment. It's not that you're a cold person, but that it's important for you to achieve outcomes and reach real solutions that actually solve problems. I'm gonna say this one because I tend to overthink the group and get stuck on achieving the thing and being more about the people. I tend to be like, oh my God, can we make a choice and make everyone happy so that I can get to the other part? And I hate when I have to be a cold person. I hate it. So I'm gonna say this one. Like, this feels like what I'm forced into to get a project to move. Focus on within yourself. What feels authentic and aligned to your individual values. This isn't a logical analysis of what makes sense, but rather what feels right to you. What seems logical and rational to you, you feel feelings too, but you prioritize analytical thinking that feels more precise. Yeah, no, it's more about how I feel. Do I want to cry about it all day? No. So I need to make a choice. What do you most love exploring? Abstract ideas, patterns, and how things are connected. Things can be anything from technical data points to people's feelings, physical sensations, and experiencing the tangible world around you via senses. That could be anything from hiking through the elements to noticing clothing trends or appreciating delicious food. I would say I'm an explore person. I want to go touch the thing. I'm a touchy person. I would say tangible, tactile. I want it to be tangible, so that makes sense. What do you tend to pay more attention to? What's really at play behind the scenes? Whether you're talking about the economy, office politics, or a person's emotions, what does all this really mean? Are there hidden insights to be found here that other people miss? Best practices. What's been proven to work before and what trusted experts recommend? No. No. Best practices aren't always right. Type families. Okay, you finished all the 4 main cognitive functions. Now to approach this from a different point of view, let's find your type family. There are 4 type families, each containing 4 types with several key shared characteristics. Select one if it's clearly you, or you can pick 2 if you're not sure. If none of them or all of them seems right, you'll leave them blank and move on. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, traditionalist. Order, details, stability. You appreciate structure, security, and set procedures instead of getting lost in abstract theories and what ifs. You like to focus on what's real, concrete numbers, the weather, what's happening at home with your family. Strong sense of duty and service. You value personal responsibility, authority, and tradition. You work hard and take pride in the fact you can be counted on to deliver on schedule every time. Okay. Experiencer. Physicality, carpe diem. You live in the moment, focusing on immediate tangible results and having fun rather than theories or future possibilities. You value personal autonomy, spontaneity, and adaptability, and you dislike set structures and formal procedures. You're productive, but relaxed. You improvise, work well under pressure, and go with whatever works to get the job done. This is what I would like to be. I like parts of this, but I feel like I'd be lying. Idealist. People, feelings, values. You focused on helping humanity and making a better future. You have abstract or psychological? Philosophical. Notions about ethics, authenticity, and how things should be. You love exploring feelings, values, and people. Okay, you're authentic, empathetic, and passionate about living your purpose, fighting for causes, and following your dreams and fantasies. Okay, conceptualizer. Big picture, objective. You're objective, logical, and skeptical. You seek knowledge, analyze the data, find patterns, and break decisions down into pros and cons. You're more concerned with the big picture and the future than short-term practical details. You're competitive and autonomous, and you like to innovate with little regard for past approaches, rules, or traditions. Well, that's not me. I'm a little of both of these, depending on if I feel safe. Yeah. Like, this feels like something I would like to be, but I know I'm not. And this is too harsh. I'm a little bit of these two. Because if I'm really comfy, your girl rolls with it. But otherwise, if I feel like I have to be put together, then I'm this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So I can pick 2. Biggest weaknesses. Oh my God, okay. Okay, think of yourself at your worst or when you're feeling stressed. This might be difficult. You can select up to 3 that seem accurate, or none of them, or all of them seems right. You can leave them blank and move on. 3 of them. Oh my God. Out of 8? Okay. Hypersensitive and distrustful of feelings. You see others as weak and inferior. You distrust feelings and look down on emotional people. You're hypersensitive to criticism. I feel like you could argue, but I don't know. Unconfident and vicious. Oh wait, this is my weaknesses. Okay. No, I don't look down on emotional people. I'm the emotional person. Okay. Unconfident and vicious. You make sweeping, critical, and vicious judgment. You distrust others, or you conform to feel like part of the group. You obsess over perfection and see things as black and white. I'm gonna click this one for now. Your role can get lost in that. Depressed and unmotivated. You withdraw and feel depressed, losing energy and motivation. You feel nostalgic, emotional, and like no one understands you. You decide that things need to be cleaned or reorganized, or you become a hypochondriac. Okay, that's close. I would say this might be one, but I'm not sure because I don't always get crazy. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna put a pin in that because I feel like sometimes I can get there, but I'm not sure if that one fits perfectly. But sometimes I get lost in the nostalgia. Really, what's getting me is this cleaning thing, because when I'm stressed out, ooh, this is the first thing I go to. I need my space clean or I panic. Paranoid and mystical, you feel flustered and afraid of ruining a relationship or losing loved ones. You're confused and paranoid, mistrusting others' words as disapproving of you. You start to see deep, prophetic significance in everything. No, I wouldn't say that. Sensitive and lonely. You feel hypersensitive, unlovable, and separate from everyone. Far more emotional than usual, either crying or yelling. Yeah, proving minor logical points. Okay, well that's me for sure. Self-critical and judgmental. You make harsh, nitpicky judgments of others. You feel the need to take action and correct what you perceive as wrongs. You feel incompetent, but you try to bring order to the out-of-control world. I would say not as much that. I don't go after others as much. I might be harsh on them, but not in a judgy way, I guess. That doesn't feel right for me. Obsessed and self-indulgent. You worry that everyone is noticing something negative about you. You feel haughty, critical of others, and like the world is against you. You feel self-indulgent, seeking pleasure or danger. Then you beat yourself up about it later. Okay, well then. Okay. I might end up getting rid of this one, putting this one. Reckless and fearful. You feel anxious and less tolerant of the unfamiliar. You're uncharacteristically spontaneous and reckless. No, I would say this. I get really obsessed about something and I seek nonsense because I'm freaking out. Yeah, I'm a little of this, but I feel like I don't get this way the most. If I'm this bad, it's like my weaknesses. Like, I would say this. Because even if I do this, I do the thing where I like am mad about it. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Okay, last section. Just to round out your results with a little more data, here's a short, more traditional personality test where you pick broader dimensions instead of more specific cognitive functions. Okay, for each of the following 4 questions, select one answer. Imagine that you just got home from a long day at work and you're feeling low on energy. What's usually the best way to get you re-energized? Go out to be around people. Absolutely not. No, if I'm overworked or whatever, I need to be in a bubble. People, I love them so much, but when I am at my lowest energy, bubble. Which way of making decisions comes more naturally to you? You probably use both of these methods. Which one do you go to first and feel is most important for your personality? Lay out the pros and cons and work out what's most logical. But this doesn't mean that you're a robot without feelings. That's nice, okay? Check how your gut feels or choose what best aligns with your personal values. But this doesn't mean that you're illogical and overly emotional. I feel like I do a lot more this than laying out all the good and bad. Like I do that, but it's a lot more about like what is best for how I feel about it. I might argue the logical, but it's really because I'm being logical because I'm doing this. Imagine you're walking around outside. What does your attention tend to be focused? Ooh, on the future or the abstract. You're focused inside your head on ideas or possibilities, however impractical. On the past or present, you're focused on what's real, practical, and actually happening in reality. You notice all the varieties of plants and animals. You take it all in. Presentation at work, you're trying to figure out how their big idea will actually look in reality. If you go this route, what concrete steps will take to achieve the vision? Realize you haven't been paying attention to your surroundings since you've been caught up thinking about maybe you're focused on connecting the insights in innovative ways, thinking about how the ideas connect to others you've had before and projecting where that could take the company. Ooh, I'm not sure. Cause like, sure, no, I feel like I tend to be more of this if I go by the hiking thing. I don't know that I get lost in my head for that as much because I'm trying to get out of my head. Compared to others you know, which one sounds more like you? You're a decisive decision maker who sets specific goals and follows a plan. You're an indecisive overanalyzer who leaves options open to adapt along the way. Oh my God! Okay, well, I have to pick this one because literally my desk is covered in sticky notes currently. Because I have a bunch of nonsense to get to. My emails and papers are nicely organized into folders. I mean, ish. But I don't know. You're good at finishing your to-do list? No. I got a bunch of open nonsense and I try to get to them. I hate it, but I always have it open. And I don't think I could live without sticky notes. I honestly don't. I literally can't function without them in my office. So this is what I'm gonna say. You're all done. But I find all 16 types ranked from most to least likely for you. The scores listed on each type are just a general guide. You are the only one who knows how your mind truly works. So read through the top few results and pick the one you think is the best match. Your result types. Ooh, below you'll find your most likely result types. Okay, 84 points for ISFP. Whoa, okay, wait, what was my original one? INFJ. So 2 of those letters have changed. What's my second one? Oh, wild. Okay, maybe I've evolved. Artist, adventure, composer, greatest strengths, creative, artistic, free spirit, deeply appreciates beauty, focuses on identity and self-expression. Interesting. Greatest weaknesses, sensitive loner, obsessed with their art or skill, easily overwhelmed by emotion. Okay, yeah. Trouble taking action and engaging with conflict. I could say that. Sometimes called temperaments. The 16 types can divide into 4. Okay, experiencers. Interesting. So these are my family types. Okay, SP. Focuses on the physical world and living in the moment, motivated by fun and practical skillfulness. The fact that this shows like camping and photography, I don't know about sports ball, but okay. But I do like experiences. Like every time people are like, well, what do you want? I was like, take me somewhere. Let me experience something. So I get that. I literally say that. Cognitive function, FI, introverted feelings, authentic, internal values, truth, convictions. Okay. This might be called the most important function. It is unconscious. It represents the main way you see the world, and it should feel natural. Okay, yeah, I would say I'm an introvert for sure. Auxiliary cognitive function, SE, extroverted sensing, observing with 5 senses, pushing body, improvising against set procedures, realistic but practical, mindful of here and now. Interesting. Tertiary cognitive function, introverted intuition, insight, future vision, perspectives, simplifying and focused ideas. Inferior cognitive function, extroverted thinking, efficiency, exerting control, organizing resources, nailing down solutions, delegating, making tough calls, and seeking results. Example people, Jacqueline Kennedy, Michael Jackson, Jesse Pinkman. Incredible. And Hugh Reyes. Okay, internal conflict. You often struggle between following SE and NI. What was that? Sensing and introvert intuition. Oh, okay. Under stress, your TE makes you feel harsh, nitpicky, and incompetent, but also like you need to bring order to an out-of-control world. That's not bad. Reinforce your weaknesses of TE by practicing your SE. My senses. This is me. Okay, so I want to see. Okay, so that was 84 points. And then we drop a significant amount to performer, which is hilarious because of what I do and the way I look currently. Enjoy life. Trouble with sitting still. Introspection. Future planning. Trouble with negative emotions, conflict, being alone, and too much seriousness. See, this sounds less like me. Oh, wait. What was I? INF. No, it was J. Wow. Okay, so the one that is, it's the J that's getting me. This is what I got before. And it's only 51. It's so many less points. Okay, greatest strengths. Intuitive, creative, insightful, expert on people. Natural counselor, can read people like a psychic. Perfectionist, sensitive, thick walls that make them hard to get to know, overanalyzes, trouble saying no, and prioritizing themselves. Okay, but this really sounds like me. We might have to read both because this is what I had gotten previously. Even though it's so many less points. It's so interesting. These are my weaknesses though. Maybe my strengths are different in a way though. Oh, I'm so conflicted on it because it feels so far down the list now. It's hard. It's really hard to say perfectly, but the point system is very like different than when I took it before. It's very close. I like that I'm getting more things that have to do with what I do as a job now and I've been doing for like 10 years instead of being more of the bookworm homebody that I was previously. Now I do a little bit of both because I've had to learn a little bit. Well, I hope you got to learn a little bit about me and maybe how my brain works because it's not always perfect, but I try. And I've learned, I think, a lot about myself. Maybe I'm not so closed in as I used to be. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that you kind of get to see maybe where the other girls go. I'm very curious to see how that all plays out and how we can come together to see what each of us kind of has. I would be very curious what you guys also get if you ever want to take this for yourself. Maybe we'll do it another time, but otherwise, maybe I'll see you on a stream or come hang out with me or something. But I'll see you on the next one. Bye, I love you.